Welcome to day 50 of our BU 365 day challenge. Do one thing every day that improves us. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And our topic today is pain. Now this is a huge topic and has been a huge part of my life. Now all of us experience pain on some level. It might be physical pain, emotional pain, spiritual pain, whatever type pain it is, we each experience it and it is our pain, so it's a very personal level, but we each experience it differently and uniquely. Our pain and how we experience this is unique and different to each and every one of us. Now, since I was a little kid, since I was a little girl, I think when I was 2, the first thing that ever happened to me was I fell over my trike and I ripped open my mouth and all kinds of things. And after that, I was prone to infection when I was a little girl, and so I had tonsillitis a couple times a year or more. I used to speak like a rusty gauge hinge, which is one of the reasons I never wanted to do video or audio, is because I didn't like my voice. I don't like my voice. Now it doesn't bother me anymore. I've gotten used to it. But we all have different experiences that cause us pain. And if you want more information, I've shared, at least I think in a few days, I made 150 different little video tips and snippets to help deal with and alleviate pain. And more than just a pain here and a pain there, chronic pain, because some people, I don't remember, 30 million people or something suffer from and experience chronic pain, which means pain that's lasted more than 3 months and is incessant. And if you've had chronic pain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the migraines that last for days. It's the back pain, the knee pain, the hip pain. It's usually a physical pain is considered chronic pain, but we have emotional chronic pain too as well. So I made 150 video tips of how I have dealt with in my life different types of pain and chronic pain and things that you can do to help alleviate that. Now here's the rub. Only you can do it. Only you can reduce and alleviate and deal with your pain, the pain in your life. Pain is here. It's always here, as much as we hate to admit it. It's always here to show us something. I remember reading Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. And about half of that book is dedicated to where we feel or experience pain in our life or in our bodies and what it means. So how do we find the root cause of what the pain is? Pain is always here to show us or teach us something. If we have, my migraines are always there to show me that I need to slow the heck down, take a deep breath, take a break, and pay attention to what's going on in my body, because I'm not paying attention to it. It took me a long time to come to terms with that. My vision is because I don't want to see certain things in my life and in the world in different aspects of it. Now, that's a very oversimplification of why I'm blind, but over the years and over the decades, that is part of what has contributed to that. So the other thing I've learned over decades of dealing with pain and chronic pain is that the only way to deal with it and handle it in a way that works for you and makes your life continue to move forward is by working through it, going through it. You have to work through the pain. It's just like an athlete knows that, or they say no pain, no gain. That's a really popular saying in different athletic realms or sports, because as our muscles grow and get stronger, sometimes it hurts, it's painful. And the same is true in every area and aspect of our life. We need to do it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Lots of times we have pain in our finances, in our relationships, etc. So our action item today, I want to share that quickly, and then I'll probably talk another minute or two about this, is ask yourself, what is currently the most pain that I'm experiencing? Is it a headache? Is it a backache? Do you have a cold? Do you have COVID? What's the biggest pain with that? Do you have an emotional pain? Do you have a broken heart? Lots of times we have broken hearts or our feelings are hurt. Are you having a relationship challenge with someone? Are you being bullied, etc.? What is the biggest pain? And share that in the comments below. Hey, this is the biggest thing that's challenging me or my biggest pain right now. Sometimes mine's my neck. For some reason, I don't remember. I don't know what caused it, but over the last year, I think it's looking down at my granddaughter, but over the last few months, I've had trouble with the left side of my neck. Now, I like to think it's not because I'm looking left too much, or I don't know what it is, but I need to find out the root cause of that. What is causing that so that I can stop doing it, or I can change what I'm doing, or I can find a way to alleviate it. I have probably tried most every cream, pill, potion, powder that's, over the counter or available with respect to handling and dealing with different types of pain. But I know that in using those things, they're just Band-Aids for what's really going on. It's like, I've never taken pain medication except for a couple of surgeries, short term for a couple of surgeries. But it's the same with pain medications. It doesn't solve the problem, which is why it's up to us to find the root cause of the pain. It only masks the symptoms, right? It dulls the pain, maybe for a couple of seconds, maybe for an hour or so, but it doesn't take care of what's really causing it, the root cause of that. Sometimes we've had an injury. Injuries and acute pain can become chronic if they're let go too long. And unfortunately, the way the medical establishment is dealing with pain has been actually horrific and pathetic. It's one of the only functions that doesn't have its own function, chronic pain. Now there's becoming a specialty in it, but for the most part, it's been ignored and just bunched into other things. And if you couldn't find a disease or something that had to do with that, then it wasn't dealt with. It was just ignored. It was kind of blamed on our brains. And yes, pain does impact every area and aspect of our life. So I did pull a card today. I'm going back to just kind of randomly pulling a card, and I'll share today's with you since we talked about it yesterday. So I actually do this. My one today is, it says, I look for positive aspects in every experience. I look for positive aspects in every experience. Within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted and lack of it. By looking for positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you maintain your connection to well-being. Now, this one applies to pain in that if we're focusing on the pain, and this was one of the biggest lessons I learned, if I'm focusing on the pain, I just get more of the pain, and all I experience is pain. But when I stepped back and started to pay attention to those times in between the pain, okay, because I would have, even if when I've had, I've had years where I've been bedridden. I had weeks when I was bedridden just as recently as 2017. So I learned that, and it was 3 years the first time, and it was 3 months, and then it was 3 weeks this last time. And why that progression? Because I learned to focus on the time in between the pain, the time when I wasn't in excruciating pain, and use that to my advantage, appreciating that. And as I appreciated those little bits of time, they grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until I was able to function again. It took me a couple of years to learn that and figure that out the first time I experienced a big setback physically with respect to chronic pain. And then the next time it was just a few months. And then the last time, and these are just big, catastrophic physical pain events in my life. Each of us is different. But that was my secret, was if I could appreciate the times in between the excruciating pain experiences, and then if I could figure out the root cause of the pain or what was going on in my life that could be impacting the pain and causing pain in my body, then I could solve the problem, number one, the root cause of the problem, not just the symptoms of the problem. When we're feeling pain, a lot of times we just want it to stop. And that's our brain telling us we just need this pain to stop. But that's not the solution. The solution is figuring out what's really causing it and eliminating that so that the pain will go away. All right, that's enough on pain. So share in the comments below, what's your biggest pain right now? And I will be with you tomorrow. We're going to talk about pleasure to mix it up and look at the opposite side of the coin, because we like to flip switch, right? If we can take pain and turn it into pleasure, all good. All right, have an awesome day. Any questions, hit me up. If you would like to know where those, if you do experience pain on a regular basis or chronic pain, on my painkillers Facebook page, Killers with a Z, Painkillers with a Z, you can find all of those videos. And they're from a few years ago for reasons I won't discuss right now, but they're from a couple of years ago. So I think 2018, spring of 2018, I made those. So you can find them there. All right. Otherwise, if you need to ask me, and I will find a link for you and I'll share it in the comments below. Have a great day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.